Hello and welcome to School Matters. Thanks for joining us today. On today's program, we continue to meet our head basketball coaches at our high schools. And our first guest to start things off today is Coach Tim Phillips from Burns High School. Welcome to you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And you are the head men's coach?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Well, to start off, if you don't mind, just tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, your experience, if you don't mind.
This is my 17th year in education.
Okay.
Went to Limestone and graduated there and come straight out of the college. I got a job at Chase High School in Rutherford County, so I stayed in Rutherford County for 14 years. Went between Chase and RS Central High School. Coached, was an assistant coach in basketball for those 14 years there, and then 3 years ago moved to Cleveland County. Was named the head basketball coach at Burns and been here since. So it's been a pleasure.
Okay, great. And you're a teacher too?
Yes, ma'am. Teach history.
History.
Okay,
great.
I've taught history all 17 years. I've taught world history all 17 years. So, and then there's been a mixture of the other civics, American histories thrown in, psychology, just kind of whatever was needed at the time. But world history's been kind of my go-to for the years. So.
All right, very good, very good. Well, give us an overview of your season, your team this year.
This year we're actually having a really good year. We have a good blend of seniors and sophomores. This group of sophomores is kind of special. The seniors are some of the guys that when I first got to Burns, they were sophomores then. They've bought into the program. They've kind of bought into the ideals of the program, and their leadership is really kind of leading us as well, kind of showing the younger guys what the expectations are. Year 3 now, we're 17-5. We're first in the conference right now. Have a chance to win that outright on Friday when we play Shelby. And then if we win that outright, that would be just my quick research, the first time since like 2002 or 3, I think. So it's been a long time coming. The kids are really bought into the, let's make history, let's do this, let's, take care of business. And it's been fun. It's been a real fun year so far, and it's been good to, kind of get some restoration to the program that
Wonderful.
has kind of long been needed, I think.
That's good. That's good to hear. Well, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
As you head into that big game. Tell us a little bit about your coaching philosophy and what that looks like on the court in practice versus a game.
Yeah, I'm a Carolina fan, even though they're kind of struggling this year. But I've read Dean Smith's book, and then kind of adopted that philosophy. Roy Williams was big in following that up as well. And kind of our motto a lot of games is play hard, play smart, play together. And this year they're really getting that concept of, the playing together stuff, being unselfish. That shows up in practice. We do drills where they've got to, hit the open man. There's disadvantages, and they've got to make the right reads. And, and it's the play hard aspect of it is we work hard. I mean, we come in and they have high expectations. I have high expectations for them that once they kind of get an idea of concept of what our practices look like, we hit the ground running. I mean, we try to go over a lot of information, a lot of stuff, pregame stuff, scouting reports, things like that, and getting prepared for our next opponent, and then just playing smart, trusting your teammates, and doing things that build trust with one another, support one another, and then that's kind of, translated on the court, off the court some. Like I said earlier, this group, a blend of sophomores and seniors as the bulk of the group. Like they'll see each other going down the hallways. They, high five each other. They talk. They hang out. They've really, adopted the mentality of what we're trying to get done. And
that's good. So you got some experienced players who are kind of role models and mentors for the ones that are going to be coming up for the next few years. That's good.
Yes, ma'am.
That's good. Talk about the school and community support and what that means to your program.
The community in the school has been fantastic. It's a complete kind of culture shock for me. I mean, Rutherford County was supportive of their athletics and their programs and stuff, but I mean, the community, it's the same here. Like everybody has, you know, we're Kings Mountain, we're Shelby, we're Crest, we're Burns and stuff like that. But the community has been, you know, fantastic. School's been fantastic. You know, the expectations are high from the community and from the school. You know, it's part of that. I think just comes from Cleveland County football. Like everybody knows, Cleveland County football is top notch in all 4 schools, and they kind of have the same expectations for basketball. So this year, our kids for the first time are kind of experiencing like, yeah, this is legit. So, but the support from the community and the school has been just fantastic. And as we've had a good season, that's kind of coming to a close here as we get close to playoffs and conference tournament. It's just kind of ramped up more. They're like, we want to see you guys go far. So.
That's great.
It's
exciting.
Good. Yes.
So there's a lot of demands on your time as a coach, as a teacher, personal life. Talk about how you juggle that.
Well, me and my wife, Erica, we had our second child earlier this year. So juggling that has been, thank you. Juggling that has been a major kind of learning curve this year. I mean, we had one. Our daughter's 5, and we kind of thought we had it under the ropes, and then our second one come, and he has added a monkey wrench to the plan. So it's been a couple of times this year where we have practice, we have things, and here comes our daughter Izzy with us, and she's in the gym running around doing stuff. So it's
she's having a good time.
It's been fun. She's finally kind of getting the concept of. You know, I mean, she knows I coach and stuff like that, but she's starting to make some connections with our girls team and our boys team too. And so now every time I call during the evenings, especially on game days, did you win? Did you win? How did we do? Are we winning? You know, and so she's getting that, but it's been fun. Now, I mean, and getting to see her excitement, and then when I come home, just their excitement to see is nice. And
the players probably like having her around too
a
little bit.
Yeah, it's. I hate to kind of say the good cop, bad cop type thing, but when she's around, I've got to be the good cop. So they like her being around a lot more.
Very good. Well, is there a highlight from this season or from your career? You've been at this a while. Is there a highlight you kind of look at as a defining moment for you?
Personally, this year, if we're fortunate enough to win Friday, and I've been on some teams while I was in Rutherford County as an assistant that we won the conference, but not taking anything away from the kids because they're the one that's out there playing and doing everything. But if we're able to win a conference championship and kind of bring that back to Burns for the first time in a long time, that's going to kind of stand out there. That'll be a memory that will be there that I'll keep with me. For a while, and but just some memories in the past. The kids 2 years ago, we made the playoffs, and we went on the road to the Asheboro area, so they were a good ways from home, some of them not even knowing where that area was, and we were able to win that game. And some of the seniors this year that were on part of that team, they just to see their excitement afterwards was one that kind of sticks out because they were. You know, they haven't experienced that, and seeing that for the first time with them was, you know, very big and key. And that they've kind of taken that and applied that to our younger core this year. So it's been good.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it, and good luck to you on Friday night.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll have more right after this.
Tune in to Senior Moments here on C19 TV. I am Jackie Sibley Newton with Terabella Assisted Living. Whether you are a senior planning for your own future or helping someone make decisions, Senior Moments has got information to share. We talk about the wealth of services, activities, and healthy living options available to you here in our area. That's Senior Moments on C19 and also on C19.tv.
Probably not. I have to study for my exams next week, and my dad would kill me.
I can't make it. I've got a big game tomorrow night. I want to make sure I'm in good shape. No, I'm good. I don't want to get in trouble. My parents would kill me.
Nah, I gotta fill out scholarship applications.
Everyone has at least one good reason to stay away from drugs and alcohol. Find your reason today and get back to enjoying life.
Welcome back to School Matters. Our next guest today is Coach Andrew Fan, and he's the head basketball coach for the men's team,
Yes, ma'am.
correct, at Kings Mountain High School.
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome to you, and nice to have you here.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me on.
To start off, if you will, just give us a little bit of information about Coach Fan.
So I'm originally from small town up in the foothills, Granite Falls, North Carolina.
Yes.
Went to South Caldwell High School, home of Eric Church and Madison Bumgarner. Those are two pretty well names. Now Landon Dickerson, who just won a Super Bowl with the Eagles.
Yeah,
so
awesome.
small town, but got some big names.
Yeah.
I went to South Caldwell, like I said, and graduated from there and went to UNC Charlotte. That's where I eventually met my wife, who I've been married to for 8, going on 9 years now. We just recently had our first child.
Congratulations to
Back
you
in
too.
August to start the school year. Yes. Yeah, you know, great that it was like before basketball season. But you know, that's been an absolute blessing. Really changed my perspective on things, and been a great you know, thing that has, you know, helped me in life and coaching. So very grateful for that. And you know, after I graduated from UNC Charlotte, I taught at Mallard Creek High School in Charlotte.
Yes.
And then went to East Lincoln for 4 years before getting to Kings Mountain 3 years ago.
Okay, and you teach as
Yes,
well?
so I taught history for 9 years, and I recently moved to the PE department. So this is my first year in the PE department there.
Okay,
Yep.
wonderful. Well, give us an overview of this season and your team.
So this has been a very interesting year for us. You know, we had a lot of turnover from last year's team, and there were some guys that came back that maybe took a year off or had an injury last year, and then we have a lot of freshmen playing as well. So it's been a kind of a mixed bag of people. Not a lot of people that have
Right.
been with us since I've been there, but it's been one of the best experiences I've had as a coach. I've really enjoyed coaching this group. They've been one of my favorites to coach because they're all, you know, kind of learning at the same time, learning for the first time together. And, you know, there's no egos, there's no, you know, locker room issues. They all love playing together. They all love, you know, hanging out together. And so, you know, we've seen the ups and downs of that throughout the season. But we're in a good spot now. We're 13-9. We've won some big games. And, you know, we have a lot of aspirations still ahead of us that we would like to achieve and get done. So, you know, it's been great in a lot of ways.
Okay. Talk about your coaching philosophy and what that looks like on the court.
So everything I do, I want to be very intentional about, down to the, you know, minute of what we're doing in practice, being intentional with each kid and each thing that we need to do or, you know, are looking to do in the game, and practicing at the same level we're going to be playing at. And so when we're, you know, working in practice, you know, we're garnering those relationships with the players, you know, learning their tendencies and kind of making things to where we're going to put our kids in the best position possible and not try to put, you know, a square peg in a round hole. And so we learn those things out in the preseason. And once the season gets going, we just keep trying to adapt and change and, you know, look at what's going to be best for not only our players but us as a program. And, you know, when it gets to the games, you know, we do a lot of different things from other programs. We run a lot of different, you know, sets from time to time, and, you know, try to mix things up as much as possible so, you know, we can, you know, have a team that can kind of adapt and play against any kind of team or thing that comes our way. So our guys really got to be able to learn on the fly and, you know, really be cognitive of what we're wanting to do and trying to do. And I try to, you know, stay on top of, you know, we're doing this because of X, Y, Z. Because these kids these days really want to know, you know, why are we just doing this to do this? We're like, no, I'm going to explain to you why we're doing it. And, you know, we break that down in the film and scouting reports and things like that.
Okay, well said. Talk about school and community support.
Yeah. So I've, you know, coming from kind of a small town, we were a bigger school at South Caldwell, very big baseball school. Like, I grew up in a, you know, very supportive community with, you know, the local athletic programs and Optimist clubs and YMCA and things. And then I went to Mallard Creek in Charlotte, big city, and saw a different aspect of that. And then East Lincoln, I saw that kind of same thing I grew up in, really big, community support. But since I've been to Kings Mountain, that's blown that out of the water. Like it's been said, the different areas of Cleveland County you're from, that's the color you bleed. If you're from, Boiling Springs, you bleed green, yellow. Lawndale, blue. Shelby, their version of gold and black, and then ours.
Old gold.
Yeah. So the support has been tremendous. There are definitely high expectations, like other coaches talk about, and that only is great for our student athletes because it creates a great atmosphere for them to play in front of every night that they're going out there and competing, and it gives you, the support as a coach to see your community out there. You want your kids playing in those moments, and you want the support, good and bad at times.
Right.
But you would rather have that than none at all. And it's just so great to be in a county at a school within this area that is very on board and supportive, and they're going to be there for you and help you out in any way possible.
For
so it's
sure.
been great to see that.
Good. Last question before we run out of time, but you mentioned earlier, new baby.
Yep.
There's a lot of demands on a head coach, and plus you're teaching, and then how do you juggle it all?
So my wife is very
She keeps
scheduled.
You straight.
It needs to be on the calendar, so our calendar's filled up a little bit more than usual. But sticking to routines, being consistent. The same thing we want to do with our players.
Yep.
Got to do that at home and every other aspect of your life. So we've really been on top of that. I was talking with my wife the other day about how, this is the time of the season, these guys, we worked so hard, put in all this effort, went to all these games, practices, and now it's like going to pay off when you're looking to play and win a conference tournament or conference championship or a playoff game. And she's just like, well, I could really use the help at home. So she's very supportive and loves that. But, there are those times where, that you can't be there like you want to be. And
she keeps your priorities straight.
She keeps priorities straight. And, it's good to have the other support from your family and, your coaches and your school to work with you on that. And they've done a great job with that. But, juggling that is something, that it's worth juggling.
Yes.
Because, you got your family, you got your team, you got your school. And at the end of the day, you want to make sure all those are successful. And you can get it, make sure that's done right if you just put things, prioritize them correctly and put the time in. And
well, you said it best. The juggling is worth it.
Yeah.
So that's very good. Well, best wishes to you as you wrap up your regular season, and it's great to have you here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me.
All right. Stay with us. We'll have more right after this.
Chef Paul Prudhomme once said, "You don't need a silver fork to eat good food." Well, on Cleveland County Kitchen, we don't have a silver fork, but we sure do serve up lots of good food. Hi, I'm Deborah Blanton. I hope you'll join me for the next Cleveland County Kitchen. Each month, we offer a complete farm-to-table experience. We visit local growers, we learn about nutrition, and wrap things up with wonderful meals prepared by our guest chefs. It's a lot of fun. I hope you'll join me for the next Cleveland County Kitchen.
Welcome back to School Matters. And our next guest and our final guest, head basketball coach from Shelby High Golden Lions. We have Coach Miles Lawrence with us. Thank you for being here. We appreciate that.
Thank you for having us, or having me, sorry.
We're thrilled that you are here. And if you don't mind, just to get us started, tell us a little bit about your background, if you will.
Well, I'm Miles Lawrence, coach here at Shelby High School, and I'm a graduate of Western Carolina, class of 2012. I've been coaching ever since I graduated Shelby High School, started as a JV coach, and this is my 3rd year doing varsity. So I'm just very excited, and so yeah.
Sounds good. Give us a quick overview of this season and your team.
Currently we are 15-7.
Okay.
So I had a big win Tuesday night against Thomas Jefferson. So we started off a little shaky, a little rocky. So if you know anything about Shelby High, football is big. They lost on a Friday night, and our first game was on the Tuesday night. So against a
my
Lincoln
goodness.
team that was pretty good. So we played tough competition early. Now we're starting to find our groove a little bit. So we starting to play good basketball.
Good.
So, yeah.
Good to hear it. Talk about your coaching philosophy, if you will, what that looks like on the court.
Mostly we try to tell our guys, we try to hold our guys to be accountable. Accountability is like big for us. That's not just work in sports, but that's also life. We try to teach them life lessons as they go. And I got a young group as well. Got one senior, and the rest of them are 10th and 11th grade who played JV last year though. So just trying to teach them the ropes of what it really looks like to be accountable, not just on the court, but off the court as well.
Sure. Talk about the support from the school and community. I mean, Shelby High Athletics is huge, and I know the support is probably sometimes overwhelming. But talk about that support and what it means to your program.
It means a lot. Like I said before, football is big, but I think basketball is like next in line. So winning is very, very important. So the school support is very big, from the students to the staff, and then the community. You have people that former players, former alumni of Shelby High that comes to games, want us to win every game. I don't care if we play the Duke Blue Devils. Everybody wants us to win. So just having that support just along the way, I mean, it's good for the kids and also for us as coaches. Yeah.
All of that. Just want to win.
Yes.
So there are a lot of demands on your time as a head coach, and do you teach as well?
I do teach as well, yes.
So what do you teach?
I teach PE.
PE?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got those demands plus personal life. Just how do you juggle it all?
Juggling all, luckily for me, I have a great family who's all in the coaching business. My dad coached middle school, my brother coached here at CCC, and then me coaching as well. So they kind of got the understanding of, in these 3 to 4 months, it's going to be a little rough. So I try to juggle both. Then with teaching, just try to balance, try to give back to the kids that don't play sports and also the ones that do. So it's just, keeping that balance, and also my family understands. And then when weekend comes, just try to leave basketball alone for the time being. So, but also when playoff time comes, weekends is pretty big on scouting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they understand and they know, especially my wife and kid, they kind of understand what's the ins and outs of what it comes with being a head coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got a history of coaching in your family, so I bet you got a lot of good advice there.
Oh yeah, after every game is you should have done this, you should have done that. So, but I love it. So always a good outlook on, especially my dad and my brother who's been very successful at what they're doing. So
absolutely. And I love that you made the point about giving back to the kids who don't play athletics too. Very good point. Glad you mentioned that.
Oh yeah.
Is there a highlight from this season or from your career thus far that just kind of stands out that you'd like to share?
As far as career, just being a part of every state championship at Shelby High School. One as a player in 2009, then coach one in 2020. We didn't actually get to play the game in 2020 because COVID hit that year, but we was on our way to the championship. And then also being a part of the girls state championship in 2021. So that's which my brother coached, and my dad was a part of the staff as well. So just being a part of those three and just seeing the impact it did for the community and then for the school as well. So just being a part of those, which was like in history of Cleveland County, so never been done, only at Shelby High School. So I think that was, those three are pretty impactful as far as me and my career.
Yeah. And you said this is your third season as head coach?
Yes, third
of the
season
boys?
as head
Okay.
coach, yes.
What you want to talk about maybe your goals for the program as you look forward, and you're still building a program, obviously, so you want to talk about maybe your goals? Or?
Yes, goal is always to win a state championship at Shelby High. Having two in 2009 and 2020, I always want to have that third one. While I'm under him, so But just also another goal, just having my boys go to college or do something outside of just working, or that's military, getting a job and stuff like that. So just having them having an avenue outside of high school, any way I can help, I just want to be that avenue for them to where, you know, I learned this from Coach Lawrence or my other assistants. So just having the avenue to where they can call me anytime and we can talk and have conversations, but just having that avenue of them having someone to talk to.
Yeah, it's one thing to teach them the athletics and the skills, and then teach them in the classroom, but then life skills, life lessons, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
You mentioned your family earlier, some of your family. Do you want to say more about your family, give a shout out to them?
Yeah.
I know they're very supportive of you.
They are, especially my mom, Wanda Lawrence. So she's very supportive. She got a lot of games to go to. Yeah. So my dad plays his first playoff game tonight. She's got to be there. Then CCC plays tonight. So she'll probably be there as well. So
you've got a brother that coaches at Cleveland Community College for the Yetis, and a mother who works at Cleveland Community College. Okay.
So just very supportive. I just want to thank my brother, my dad, my mom, my wife, my daughter Maddie, my nephew Kobe, niece Kennedy, and my sister-in-law Ashley. Just for all their love and support they give us throughout this tough 3 to 4 months that we probably not at home a lot. So we do appreciate it.
How old is your daughter?
She's 6.
6, okay.
Yeah, so
she's all in there too.
Yeah, she is.
Running around.
She is. So.
Well, very good, very good. Well, we appreciate it. I know you've got a big game coming up this weekend against Burns, so best wishes to you, and as you build your team and your program and going forward. We thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
All right. And thank you for joining us for School Matters.
School Matters is a production of the Communications Department of the Cleveland County School System. For additional information, visit our website at www.clevelandcountyschools.org.
Hi, I'm Bruce Mack, Vice President of Academic Affairs at Cleveland Community College, and you're watching C19 TV, a broadcast service of Cleveland Community College. Thank you.